Hey, how's it going? Welcome back to the House of Business Podcast 2.0. This is your host, Caleb Thompson. And today we're going to have a good one for you, man. We are going to discuss a very important topic. This topic is why patience is a business strategy. Why patience is a business strategy. And it's also a strategy in your everyday life. So, man, just being able to be able to develop the skill of having patience, man, is a superpower within itself, man, especially in the world we live in today, man. Everyone's moving fast. Everybody wants fast success. Everyone wants fast food. Everyone wants things to happen so fast, and I understand that a lot of times, man, when you don't have something for so long and something is withheld from you for so long, as soon as it seems like there's an opportunity for you to achieve that thing or for you to be able to obtain it, you kind of just jump on the first thing smoking. But patience is a business strategy, and we're going to discuss how you can use patience as a business strategy that will ultimately help you to move forward and make the right decisions with clarity, and also pick the right business partners, the right business deals, or the right vendors, right employees, and it's all due to patience, being able to have the skill of patience. So I'm going to give you three talk points. Let me let me introduce us right. This is the House of Business Podcast 2.0. This is your host, Caleb Thompson. This is a place where we give you the knowledge and the tools to execute your dreams and your visions. And we're coming live from New York City, as we always do. Man, I'm grateful. I like to start off every episode with gratitude, man. So I thank you guys for liking, sharing, and subscribing to this podcast. I thank you guys for sharing this podcast to your colleagues so that they can, soak in some of this information. It's free information. You don't have to come here. You can go somewhere else and get the same information, or probably even a better quality or a better caliber, depending on exactly what you're looking to achieve. You know what I mean? Sometimes, man, I may go one place looking for mergers and acquisitions, and then I may go to another place to really get clarity and to get knowledge on another subject when it comes to creating a company culture. So, just if you are here and you have subscribed to this channel, I thank you guys, man. You guys are the real MVP. Now let's get into this episode. Like I said, I'm going to give you three talk points here. We're talking about why patience is a business strategy. This is just not something that you need. Yes, it's coexist with emotional intelligence. You cannot have a great caliber of emotional intelligence if you do not incorporate patience into that skill packet. So you need emotional intelligence, but patience is a part of emotional intelligence. That's basically knowing when to take a deal, being able to discern. It's all tied together, because when you can discern something, or you have good judgment, it helps you to be patient. Once you can really understand, put yourself in another person's shoes, or once you are come to a point when you are a visionary, you can say, where do I want to take this company? I want to take this company from 10 million to 50 million within a year. It's possible. I want to take this company from 50 million to 100 million. Okay. You want to scale the company. Yeah, you're going to have to change, but you're also going to have to add to your skill set. And one part of that is, well, you didn't get to $50 million without having some type of emotional intelligence, but you need discernment. You need to know exactly who can help you to move the needle forward when it comes to your business. Who is the best prospect? Who is the best person to hire when it comes to moving the ball forward, or moving the needle forward, or scaling the company, or getting to that next level? You need to have patience for one, but you also patience in scaling the company to make sure that you can make the correct decisions. But there's going to be some times that you're going to develop such a strong discernment from your experience that it helps you to have patience, but it also helps you to make decisions under pressure. But now we're going to talk about patience. We're not going to discuss talking about making those rough decisions when you're in a place of pressure, or when it's squeeze time. When the squeeze is on you, you have to make a decision when you're under pressure. But we're going to talk about having patience, cultivating patience, and using that as a business strategy. So talk point number one is, I learned to value long-term results over quick wins. And this is something that we just discussed. We just discussed that how you have to be a visionary. You have to see exactly where do you want the company to be within a year, within 5 years, within 10 years. So even me updating my business plan to my companies every year, we update the business plan every year because anything can happen. I've created a business plan and the company is way off track from where I initially wanted that company to go because things happen along the way. So we update it every year. You can update your business plan every 3, 6, 9, 12, every year, every 12 months or 16 months, however you want to update it. But it needs to be updated so you can always have a goal to hit, or you can always have a vision to work towards. But what I've learned is to value long-term results. Like we were just talking about, everybody lives in a microwave world. They think that, man, okay, if this guy is building this or building that, and, people don't respect you until you win. But sometimes you are winning behind the scenes, man. You're cultivating resilience. You're cultivating, like I said, resilience, confidence. You're cultivating learning how to be alone, learning how to thrive, in certain conditions. And no one that's ever really became a millionaire or a billionaire. I mean, not someone who's stomping on someone's head and they're, that person really doesn't last long just because of the karma. But, anyone that made it to $1 million and went through the process, that mean really, the process really has to do with the inner making of the man before it manifests on the outside. For those opportunities come, I'm not going to tell you to work on a Bentley if you don't have any credentials. I'm not going to tell you to work on a Ferrari if you don't have any of those credentials. If there's nothing if there's nothing about you that highlights that you have the capability or the capacity to operate on a luxury vehicle of that standard, there's nothing about you that lets me know that you've done this before. There's nothing about the way that you carry yourself. I go to a guy that owns an ice cream truck, and I'm telling him that I'll pay him $6,000 to work on a Ferrari. You know what I mean? Why would I do that? So so you have to value the long-term results, and how you do that is by having patience and picking the right people, really strategizing about where you want to go in the long run. You don't just, jump on anything smoking. Someone tells you something, you just jump on it. But one thing I realized is that chasing these fast results can actually slow down real growth. So, and you need to understand that too. So chasing fast results slows things down tremendously, whether you believe it or not, man. There's so many times that I've taken opportunities that really set me back. It wasted 3 months. It wasted 2 months, man. I went and worked for a person, or I went and got into a business agreement with someone in Dubai. It slowed up the process. My whole time, my expectation is to receive this or to do this, and us to go into real estate. And it just really dragged out the process and knocked me off my game on what I was trying to build, and knocked out my focus because I didn't really analyze the situation. I didn't really thoroughly research the company, or just go, no. And it just really took a lot of time for me just taking my attention off of what I knew I was supposed to do, and really banking on, this business partnership from these individuals. So, you have to stay consistent. You have to realize that chasing these fast results, these people that are from VC firms that want to invest in you, these investors, these, I had a couple investments with some guys from Saudi Arabia as well. So, but all these people from like the UAE or from Tokyo, and I'm not saying everyone, but a couple of these places, like from China, you know what I mean? I had an investment from a guy that owned an oil company in China. But the thing is, by chasing those, now I'm to the point I don't force anything. I just allow things to happen. If they come, they come. I evaluate the situation. I really do some thorough research about the person, about the company. If this person's real, the company's real, have they ever invested in anyone else? Why did they choose me to invest in? Not saying that I'm not confident in my skill set or confident in my value or what I bring to the table, but I really want to know these words: the when, where, why, how, who is it, and you really have to do your research, because if you start to not put all your eggs in one basket, but some of these deals could be a distraction, and then when you sign some of this paperwork, it could be a legal binding contract and a spiritual legal binding contract that can just, just throw you way off track, and you really don't understand those things. So you really want to understand exactly where you want to go and what you want to do, and continue to stay focused on building your dream and picking the right people and picking the right things. So not every opportunity is meant for immediate action. Some require time to mature. Sometimes you need to really get to know a person before you just, you go all in, before you sign any paperwork. You really need to get to know a person. You really need to take time, man. You really have to train yourself to think beyond instant gratification, man. That's something that I actually practice, man. No matter how much money I have, no matter how many friends I have, no matter how much opportunities I have, I practice delayed gratification. Yeah, I could I could do a lot of things, but you know why I restrain myself and don't do those things? Because I want to be in a place of humility, and I don't want natural things, even though I can afford them, to get in the way of who I'm trying to develop myself to be. I don't want to be, I would rather give than drive around in a Ferrari. I would rather, I would rather do certain things. I don't want my economic status to get in the way or corrupt my character or corrupt who I am as a person. So a lot of times, I can buy this, or I can buy that, or I can buy a nice blazer with a silk lining. I can buy some Gucci. You know what I'm saying? I can go on a trip. I can go on a trip to Dubai. I can go to Toronto and spend the whole summer there if I wanted to. But you know why I don't do these things? Because they're unnecessary. And now if I took a trip, now that's different. Like, the only way that I would take a trip, if I'm taking a trip to make money, but that's where you can substitute day trading as well. Like, if you like to take trips, but you still, you have a skill set of day trading, and you have an account, and that account is active and live, and you can still make money while on the road. You can live wherever you want to live, especially if that's a profession. But that's not what I'm saying. But I'm saying there has to be a balance. There has to be delayed gratification in some area of your life, to the point where you have control over your spirit, and you can restrain yourself from just doing whatever you want to do, or just acting off an impulse. You know what I mean? So you need to be able to restrain yourself, especially if you are in a position as a CEO, if you're in a position as a father, if you're in a position, you don't want to just jump on all these things, because you can make a wrong decision. That one wrong decision can destroy your family. You can make one wrong decision, and it could cost you your life. When I mean your life, I mean it could cost you your reputation. It could cause your family to go in debt. It can cause you to, lose your marriage. You know what I mean? It cause you to lose your family. So you really need to be careful, and especially when you are in a higher level position where you have employees and you're responsible for other people's lives. You don't want to just take anything, man, especially when people are really, truly they really believe in you as a leader, and really believe in your vision. So you have to be more careful on what you decide to do. So real success is built over time. It's just not built overnight. You know what I mean? And you have people that look the part. Everybody looks the part. Yeah, this guy pulled up to me walking from the bus or somewhere. He just pulled up beside me in the Maserati and looked at me crazy and drove off. I'm like, hey, you got your car is nice. Like, I'm not a hater. I love it. I love your car. You know what I mean? So, don't pull up on me and try to stunt on me and try to make me feel some way, because I'm going to congratulate you. There's no telling what you did and he looks like he was like probably in his late 40s, early 50s. You don't know what that guy had to go through to get that car. You don't know if he was in the army and he got out and retired. You don't know if he's in real estate. You don't know what he had to go through and to be able to reach that level of success. So, I no matter how he feels, that I'm looking at it from a standpoint that you just didn't just come up out of nowhere with the Maserati, you know what I mean? So, or a Ferrari, or whatever kind of, I think it was a Maserati, but you didn't just pull up. You had to go through something. You had to accumulate some type of assets. You had to have some type of knowledge, experience, or wisdom in order to be able to not only obtain those, the money to buy that car, which is a liability. You know what I mean? As soon as you drive a brand new car off the lot, it turns to a liability. It's not an asset, because unless it's a vintage car, unless you keep that car, it's a certain version of that car, and you keep that car for over 20-25 years in pristine condition, then it will turn into an asset. But other than that, any car that you can go get a brand new Lamborghini, a brand new this, that, whatever you want to get. And as soon as you drive it off the lot, it starts to depreciate in value. So cars and all these other things are not really nice cars are really liabilities. I'm not saying that you shouldn't have them. You should get whatever you feel like that you deserve and that you work for, no matter what you do. But the thing is, real success is not built overnight. It takes time to build. So I was happy for that gentleman, man. No telling what he's done to reach that level of success. So but yeah, it takes time. So patience is a strategy. That's what we're talking about. If you're just not tuning in, this is the House of Business Podcast 2.0. This is your host, Caleb Thompson. This is the place where we give you the knowledge and the tools to execute your dreams and your visions. We're coming live from New York City, as we always do. We always come live from New York City, man. Big shout out to New York City. Number 2. So our first talk point that we just went over, we're going to give you guys 3. The first one is I learned to value long-term results over quick wins. Long-term results over quick wins. Number 2 is I allow my business to develop properly instead of rushing it. Now, a lot of times, man, the only time that I really rush building a business is I use 3 steps. I develop the name of a company, the name of the company and its slogan. Let's go 3 steps, but I'm going to bundle the first 8. So I come up with the name of the company, what I want to name the company, and not just the name of the company that, for right now, how I feel. I name a company that it could be a name that can last for the next 10 years. And I do not name the company where it's stuck to one region or one area. If you only want to do business in New York, name your company New York Landscaping. So you can only do business in New York. If you only want to do business in the Bronx, you know what I mean, or Manhattan, name it Manhattan's high-rise bakery. You are going to be stuck. You have now limited your company from expansion. You can only expand into the areas probably of New York City, but you will not be able to expand into other areas. Can you take that name somewhere else? Yes, but it wouldn't be respected as if it was like your family name, or it was built from legacy or heritage, or it wasn't limited to one area. So, but a place like Manhattan, you could probably take, you couldn't take it really to the South, but you probably could. It probably would do good for people to have a taste of New York, probably in Texas, Houston, or somewhere else. So that you probably could. But the thing is this: you hate to limit your company to one sector or one place just because of the business name. So I like to start off with the business name and the slogan and the logo for that company, and all 3 of those have to coincide. They have to have. You can not say this is a landscaping service, but you got a guy eating, drinking beer, or a guy on a surfboard. The logo has to coincide with the name, so everything has to be in alignment. You can have a surfboard logo with the landscape service, so and the name all has to coincide together. So that's one thing, and then you start to build the business plan. You start to build a vision for that company. Long-term goals, short-term goals, executive summary, first, third, and fifth year projections. Then you want to have a business overview or industry overview to let you know exactly how much money is generated within that business sector. Just say yearly. Some business sectors, they generate up to billions of dollars, and that's why that's probably a good route for you to go. So you want to have all these things. You want to have a pricing strategy, a target market strategy. You want to have a marketing strategy. You want to, and then you want to have the conclusion of the matter of that entire business plan. But there's other things that you need that I just can't think about right now. But you want to develop a business plan, and then next you want to find a way to strategically launch that business. Maybe you just want to start launching the business by, when I say launch the business, this is first making provision for inventory. So if you want to sell cookies or cakes, after you have your business name, after you have your business name, logo, slogan, and you put in the application to have it trademarked, or have that logo trademarked, and while that's in process, you start to build the business plan. Once you build the business plan, then you want to start to strategically find a way by using that target market and marketing strategy together as a hybrid, as a tool to see exactly what is a good location that you can launch that company, and where would you feel like the most success, or you will generate the most revenue within that area. So you want to strategically find a way to launch that company, whether it's online or maybe it's e-commerce. Maybe just you're a bakery, you bake from home, but you only sell online. You don't have enough clients to sell, or to have a location, have a brick and mortar location. So you want to figure out, or you want to see if it's a good thing to get like a food stand or a food truck, or maybe sell here or sell there. So all those things you want to come up with. But I allow my business to develop properly instead of rushing it, man. It's a lot of businesses that I rushed, and a lot of them failed. I created over 42 companies, and probably 6 of those companies failed. And then I had to pull that company back, go over the business plan. And then some companies, all I did was launch the same exact company, but with a new name, with a new logo, a new name, new logo, and with the same business strategy, but with a different target market. So at first, we started off with just say Gotham's Kids Company. Gotham Kids Company was basically just selling like baby products, baby supplies, from clothing, anything that you would probably use with a newborn, a toddler. But what we did was, it wasn't really selling. So to get the moms to buy certain things, we had to include them. So women that were pregnant, we started to sell maternity clothing. We started to sell things that had to do with the mom feeling like she was included while buying the things for her kid. So that we had to pull that brand back. We had to rebrand it, and then we had to relaunch it with another department that allowed women to also get clothes. You're shopping for your kid, but you can also shop for yourself as well. So Gotham Kids Company. So we had to relaunch that. I forgot what it was. I think it was called Baby Co. or something like. It was something else. It was something else that we called it, but we turned it back. We rebranded it and added that department and relaunched it again. You know what I mean? So, but I learned that rushing decisions often leads to mistakes. So you'll face that too if you move too fast. But everyone's going to face a mistake. Everyone's going to face mistakes when you build a business. You're going to face a mistake if you don't watch a grilled cheese sandwich on the stove for too long. You always going to make a mistake, but you take your eyes off that grilled cheese, it's going to be a little bit dark on one side. So that's the same thing with building a business. You've already went through the process of making the business plan, coming up with the logo and things like that. And once you launch the company, sometimes you can just stay in one area for too long, or sometimes you can not. People can say, man, okay, well, we see the cart, but is there any way for us to put in an order online, or do you guys have like a layaway option? Do you guys offer pay now, pay later, like with PayPal? Do you guys have a firm? So there's other things that you can integrate into your shopping cart that can help people, where they can get the item now, but they can use Cash App Afterpay. So you need to make sure that all those things are available, that you can still get the money. Cash App will pay you, but you still want to have other options for people to purchase those products as well. So that's something that you need to. You're going to make mistakes. I'm going to tell you right now, it's not going to be easy. You're going to make mistakes. Sometimes some of the people that saw you as nobody, once you start to gain a love for life and what you do and your purpose, those same people who's shaking hands with you, having drinks with you, your colleagues, as soon as you tell your colleague that you work with you want to start a candle business or anything like that, they're going to say, okay, that sounds like a good idea, until the candle business starts to blow up. And then they start to get jealous, and then they start to, because they really don't believe you. But once you start to, my personal advice is that when you do anything, do it in the dark. Don't look for validation. Don't look for any help. You slowly, behind the scenes, start to get your inventory together, start to put together a plan. And then once it comes out, that's when you're going to get the most, that's when you're going to go through the process of building your inner self, man, being able to take persecution, being able to take people lying on you, being able to take sabotage, being able to endure hate, and still build a business and still go after what you love. But when it comes to setting the foundation for a business, I personally, will advise you to do that in the dark. And wait till everyone leaves the house, or wait till everyone goes to sleep, and they think you're on your phone scrolling, and what you're doing is you're building a business plan. You're going over, you're talking to Chat GPT. What's 30 ways that you can make money in today's age, as an entrepreneur, as a side hustle. They say, as a side hustle, what's 30 quick ways to make money as a side hustle or as an entrepreneur? Give me some websites, give me some tips, and you can just figure out, and you really want to do something that's in alignment with what you like to do, so it doesn't feel like work. You don't go from working at McDonald's and you hate fast food, and then you go into trying to build a fast food company or going into cooking, and you just and that's not what you want to do. Maybe you want to be a writer. You can still keep your job, but maybe you want to find out different ways that you can make kids coloring books that you can put on Amazon. You can use KDP. That's Kindle Publishing, which is a free publishing company. Kindle Direct Publishing, or Kindle Publishing Direct. You can make a kid's coloring book off ChatGPT. You can have AI make you a set of 3 different kids coloring books that all come in alignment with each other. Like one of them is a story about a bee, the bird and a bee, and another one is just like about a squirrel. And whatever, something crazy, a squirrel named Tim, you know what I mean? But you can make all these different coloring books for kids, put them online, and sell coloring books that you just really use your brain and use the technology available, and just put them online as ebooks and sell them. All you got to do is just post them on your page, man. I just started a new line of kids coloring books. And then you can also go to different schools. You can also put proposals out to different schools, or put proposals out to daycares around the area and say, man, I just started this line of coloring books, man. If you guys, I have a deal. If you buy, 12 coloring books, I'll give you a deal on them. You know what I mean? So you can go out to daycares, people that, kids will be coloring, things like that, and kind of put your books out there and put your name out there, and start. And that's how you just go into business. So, but you didn't sit there and you didn't sit there and take half your day to illustrate every page, come up with every story, come up with you can come up with how you want the story to go. But as far as you sit down, illustrate it, you don't have to do all that anymore. It's so easy to make money. Use the technology available. You don't have to be smart to be rich. You know what I'm saying? But being rich helps you to make smart decisions and open up more opportunities. So, anyways, man, you can't force growth. You have to let systems, skills, and strategy develop. So you do have to let skills and strategy develop. You can't force growth, but the more the more that you can move forward in what you're trying to do. If I'm saying I want to start a lawn service business, the first thing I need to know is, how do I do that? Or either I go to someone who's already doing it, which they're going to be a gatekeeper. You really do. Let me put it like this. You never really want to. People say, man, look at people who's already done it. You need to look at someone who's already done it just to get a kind of blueprint, but you do not need to do it like anyone else. You need to understand how to do it, but you want to put your own spin on it. You want to tailor it to your own personality. There's one, like I was just talking about, there's one person that cooks fried chicken and they cook it with cornmeal. Another person cook it with flour. Another person cooks it with pancake batter. You know what I'm saying? It's different. Same chicken, same crisp. It's still crispy, but they use 3 different ways to how to cook it to get it the way that they like it, according to their personality and their taste buds, and how do they feel like their customers will like it. So it's different ways to cook chicken. People cook it different ways. It's still crispy, still comes out good. So you can take a certain recipe. You can take a certain blueprint. You see someone doing something, you can do it. It's not stealing it, but what you do is come up with your own name, come up with your own spin. I may talk about business. You may want to talk about, there's people that do podcasts about crime shows. If you sit there and you watch TV all day and you talk and the new shows that come out, I don't care if you don't have the best opinion. You know what I mean? You can start you a podcast. I'm going to give you 5 new shows that came out that I've watched. And this is my review about those 5 shows, and people will watch it, whether you believe it or not. And people will, you have to be ready for the disagreements. Like, just like you would tell someone, man, I don't think butter pecan is still the greatest old fashioned ice cream. I believe vanilla is. And somebody give me, I disagree. So that's the same thing. You cannot be scared to have disagreements when it comes to online comments. You can't everyone is not going to agree with you. Everyone is not going to think butter pecan is the number one the best ice cream that's ever out there, especially with all these different flavors. Well, the best old school ice cream, I think, is vanilla bean. Well, I think it's butter pecan. Well, I think it's strawberry. Okay, yeah, I think it's Neapolitan, whatever it's called. Everyone's going to have a different opinion according to their own taste, their own outlook, and their own experience of what they experience. So you can't be scared to put yourself out there. You can't be scared to get negative comments. People are gonna, man, there's people you live with right now that disagree with things that you do. You know what I mean? You want to leave the light on, they want you to leave the light off. You want to leave the seat up, they want you to leave the seat down. It's the same thing online. The thing is that you don't even know these people. You don't have to go home to them. You don't have to agree with them. And you'll probably never see them in your life. So, be able to take some heat, be able to take a comment that's going to disagree with you and put yourself out there, man. More people will love you. Your tribe will gravitate towards the people who really see you for who you are, the people who really are going to love you exactly how you are as you continue to grow. People are going to love you throughout your growth process. So as you continue to grow, the people that loved you at this point, some of them are going to grow with you and move with you. And some of them, they're going to stay there and look for the next person that has that same outlook on life as you continue to grow and develop. And then there's going to be a new group and more people that's going to be exactly, there's always someone at the level that you are that's going to support you. And then 10 times out of 10, I'm going to put it like this. It's not going to be people you know. It's not going to be people you know. You know what I mean? So just get used to that. So patience gives your business room to become more stable. So talk point number 3, I stay consistent with while trusting the process. This is the big one. A lot of times, man, when it takes too long to get to Florida, you know what I mean? You just want to jump off the bus and just say, I'll pay you $600. You're halfway there. You want to just find a faster route. So sometimes, man, you cannot skip out on the process, because I can make it all. And this is just an analogy. I can be headed on the bus to Florida. It's cheaper and it's going to teach me more. It's going to teach me about patience. It's going to teach me certain things. This is just an analogy. And then once I'm halfway there, I'm so sick of riding on this bus. I'm so sick of, different people, different energies, to the point where I just say, you know what? I only have $1,000 left, and I have it for the room or for the place that I'm going to get when I'm down. And I'm saying, you know what? I'm just sick of the ride. I'm sick of the process. Let me just spend $600 and I'll just catch a flight and just hurry up and make it to Florida. Then when I get there, I don't have all the resources and all the tools and everything that I need to live the life I need to live, because, I've skipped the process. I've spent money to make it. I spent certain assets and skipped certain steps that I was supposed to make just to make it to where I wanted to make it to. And then when situations come up, and then when things come up, I don't have the resources available. I don't have the capacity to handle those things because I skipped the process. So stay consistent while trusting the process. But I remind myself that progress may look slow, but consistency always compounds over time. You won't always see immediate results, but that doesn't mean it's not happening. So, you know what I mean? I stay committed as well, even when things feel like they're moving slowly. So, man, like I said, man, I was telling someone the other day, I said, man, it feels like I feel like I've got to the last of the energy I've had and burnt out, and got up and did it again anyways. No results. We didn't make any sales for a long period of time. I woke up every day, did the same thing. You know what I mean? People laughing at me, man. I had people that were rich. You know what I mean? Like, who does this guy think he is, man? This guy's pushing hard. He's not getting anywhere, man. I had people that were actually wealthy at the time evaluating me, man, and analyzing me. It was like, man, this guy's going to go. He's just spinning his wheels. He's not going to go anywhere. I just continue to be consistent. How many times I got knocked down, I just continue to do the same thing, man. It's been plenty of days I've seen no results. There's plenty of days that I've made plans, and those plans didn't go how I wanted them to go. But nothing ever goes. You have to be comfortable. You have to get comfortable being uncomfortable. Get comfortable being uncomfortable, because you might as well make being uncomfortable your best friend. I don't care what you're doing, where you're going, who you're going to meet. If you make plans, it's good to make plans, but don't hold on to those plans as if they're set in stone. Anything can happen at any given moment, so anything can shift at any given moment. When I move, I may move strategically and make certain plans, but I also understand that anything can change at any given time. So, you got to be flexible, you got to be adaptable, and you just got to continue to stay consistent. So this is the House Business Podcast 2.0. It's me, your host, Caleb Thompson. This is a place we give you the knowledge and the tools to execute your dreams and your visions. Make it tune back in next Saturday, 6 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. We'll see you then. Peace.